Hello Game of Thrones freaks and geeks, and welcome to this episode of The Word from Westeros, exclusively produced for AllGeekToMeTV.net. I am Kait Calabrò, and this is my show. And holy crap, it has been quite a week for Game of Thrones Season 7 treats. First, we got the first official poster for the 7th season. Then we got the first full-length trailer for the 7th season. And then, to put the cherry on top of the week, Entertainment Weekly put together a Stark family reunion for this week's cover story. So before I even start diving deep into the trailer, let's talk about that poster and that family reunion. So far, the one consistent promo material that Game of Thrones and HBO has been preparing us for, or really wants us to understand about the 7th season, is that the Great War is here. And of course, the Great War that we're talking about is the mere mortals against the intense ice zombies, living dead that are frozen, White Walkers. And nothing has made that more clear than the consistent use of the Night's King and his creepy eye, which, is the first official poster for Game of Thrones Season 7, which is similar to past posters. It's nothing crazy, where it is literally I just thought of Face Off for some weird reason, but it's only one half of a face. Like, if it was two halves of a face, it would really be a dead ringer for a Face Off, but it's not. So it's just creepily half of the Night King's face with like that creepy crystal blue eyeball. So bringing it home. It's about time that Game of Thrones, and then hopefully the people of Westeros, start realizing that these guys are coming. So that's the first poster. Maybe the only poster? I don't know. I forget how they do it. I mean, it's a strong visual. It's not as strong as past ones, but whatever. So now moving on to what everyone is very happy about. The yearly Entertainment Weekly Game of Thrones cover is out, and this year they decided to make it all about the Starks and made a family reunion in a way. So there are 5 covers. There's one with Jon, there's one with Sansa, there's one with Arya, and there's one with Bran, and then there's one with the whole entire family. And it's kind of just, I haven't read the piece yet, so I can't really tell you much about what it's about. But it's, you know, the Stark family reunion, which is like, when it came out, everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe it, I really want this to happen. And like, here I am thinking, like, is this the most foreshadowing a magazine has ever done for a season? Because a Stark family reunion, I don't think, is like completely crazy for season 7 as it's been for probably past seasons to happen. Jon and Sansa are currently both at Winterfell. Bran is on the run, heading for him south back into the north, hopefully to go to Winterfell and to tell his cousin Jon who his real parents are. And now we know that Arya is back in Westeros, and from what the trailer shows, it looks like she's in the north, unless, you know, that's stupid for us to assume that she's in the north because winter is here now, so I guess there's snow everywhere. But I'm hoping that because she is in Westeros, maybe she overheard that Jon and Sansa are both at Winterfell and Jon's now the king of the north. So basically what I'm trying to say is that it's not crazy to assume that all the Starks could be together again. I don't think it's crazy. So a Stark family reunion, though beautiful on paper, could be something that we see on screen, maybe, hopefully. I guess only time will tell. We only have a couple days, way more than a couple days left to find out. Like a month. A little over a month. Yeah. Okay, let's now move on to the week's main attraction, the first full-length trailer for Game of Thrones Season 7. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible and not go into an extremely detailed video, because usually when a trailer comes out, these videos are like 15 minutes long. I cannot promise you this won't be. I don't know, but I'm going to try to keep it to the highlights. So let's start off. The trailer opens, I have a lot of notes, so you're going to hear flipping of pages. just warning. So the trailer opens with Cersei doing a voiceover reminding us that pretty much everyone is a Lannister enemy. What else is new? Like, we already know this. What is new is that Cersei really upgraded her wardrobe. She has some, well, we only see one dress, but it looks like she has a killer new dress on top of that great coronation dress that she had. Anyway, so let's chat about the cool thing that Cersei has done is she has now made a floor map of Westeros as like her playing board because she has to defeat all her enemies. So we have to talk about the floor map a little bit because, as usual, the internet has created a conspiracy theory, or just a conspiracy, or just a theory, I don't really know, about this one specific shot of Cersei and Jaime and the Westeros floor map that's now happening. So by now we all know about the prophecy, Cersei's prophecy, about how all 3 of her children will die, which is done, and that she will then die by the hand of her little brother or younger sibling, which we know Cersei has 2 younger brothers, Tyrion and Jaime. And specifically how she will die is she will be choked by her little brother until there's no more life in her breath, or some kind of, fancy way of saying that she'll be choked to death. So in this specific shot that the internet is talking about, Cersei is standing on the neck, which is the dividing line between the north and the south of Westeros, and Jaime's off to the side, standing near the fingers. Now, he's not standing on the fingers, he's standing kind of in the middle of the sea, but the narrow sea on the map, not like literally. And the closest piece of land is the fingers. I don't know why I said the fingers in quotes. That is what the area is called. It's called the fingers, whereas the neck is just like the neck. Anyway, don't know. Just so you guys know. So people are like, oh, this is the prophecy. So Jaime is going to be the one that kills her. Now, I think that Jaime is going to be the one that kills her. I think that would be so tragically beautiful. I've said it since the whole theory of Jaime possibly being the one to kill her has become a hot topic. Do I think that people might be reaching for something with this whole Cersei standing on the neck and Jaime standing near the fingers? I mean, probably. He's not really, like, if he was standing on the fingers, it would also happen so fast. And I mean, the people that make Game of Thrones are brilliant, and I'm not ever underestimating their like ability to hide Easter eggs, I guess, in things, but it's also like, how much are we really reaching for this? But I guess, I mean, we'll see. If it happens, people are gonna be like, well, it's because of that shot in the trailer, so who knows. Anyway, we continue into the trailer. Now that that's over, we continue into the trailer and we see flashes of unhappy Cersei, unhappy Jaime, Lannister soldiers getting ready for battle, and then we flash to Dany finally arriving in Westeros. And I mean, I immediately got goosebumps as we saw again Dany grasp the sand. She is taking up residence at Dragonstone, which is the former castle or estate or whatever of Stannis. So she is getting her battle strategy in place and getting ready to kind of take on Cersei, to take on the Iron Throne. And it seems like that might happen because we do see what looks like Dany's army kind of invade Castle Rock, which is the castle and estate of the Lannisters. So probably trying, while Jaime and Cersei are back in King's Landing, probably trying to take over Castle Rock to be like, hey, we got your house. And slowly moving away from probably Dragonstone into the land more to position herself. I don't know war strategies, but that seems like a strategy if I had to pick one. Meanwhile, up in the north, Jon is the king of the north and dealing with that kind of stuff, and kind of only really focused on the fact that the Great War is here and that the White Walkers are going to come down and probably kill a bunch of people, so we should probably start getting ready for that. Littlefinger still being creepy and weird and like trying to conspire against Jon and get Sansa to like come to his side. And I guess the best possible scene in that whole entire segment would be Jon Snow putting Littlefinger in like a chokehold in the crypts. So I mean, that was kind of worth the whole trailer for me to see that. It's about time. It also caused another kind of conspiracy online that maybe Littlefinger knows a little bit more about who Jon's parents are, and that's why. And I just think Littlefinger was probably being creepy and Jon was just like, shut up. Other things that happened in the trailer where, let's see, Arya's going solo. She looks great. She looks healthy. She looks determined. Like she has a goal. There's a boat fire. I'm assuming when maybe they were, I mean, Camp Daenerys is on a bunch of boats and they're traveling with dragons, so something probably could have happened. Maybe that's where Theon dies. That would be great, because they show like a shot of like Theon with like the boat fire like in the background, and oh, that'd be great. I really don't like him. I really wouldn't be like too upset if Theon died. Anyway, that was just like an idea. There seems to be some kind of epic battle going down with a dragon and Dothraki, so not sure. I'm assuming it's going to be a Cersei versus Dany kind of situation. There was a grayscale hand coming out of a jail cell. I mean, we only know one person with grayscale right now. The wall gate is opening in one shot, so I'm not sure. There's tons of rumors about how the gate's going to get open for the White Walkers, so I guess we'll find that out. Melisandre's back at Dragonstone. Don't know if it's her overlooking the estate, clearly saying that people have taken it over, so I'm not sure if she's going to try to get into Camp Dany or not. And then in classic Game of Thrones Season 7 fashion at this point, the trailer ends with a Jon Snow voiceover saying the Great War is here. I mean, yeah, so that's what happens, pretty much. So I'm always happy to see anything Game of Thrones related in the world, and of course I was very excited to see the first official trailer for Game of Thrones Season 7. And as usual, it had action, it had drama, it pretty much gave me goosebumps the whole entire time, but I really wish that the trailer ended with some kind of like cliffhanger or hook instead of just like the same line of dialogue that we've been getting since they started releasing things for Game of Thrones Season 7. Like, here are some possible final cliffhangers they could have left us with that maybe for the second trailer we can get. Like Dany meeting Jon. Spoiler, don't know if anyone if you just Google Game of Thrones season 7 and look at the images, you're going to see that some paparazzi images of Dany and Jon on a beach. So we kind of know they're going to meet. So I like if they just showed us something like that. Or, you know, Gendry, washing up on shore. Because also, spoiler, rumor, he's going to probably be in the 7th season. About time. The guy has been rowing a boat for a very long time. Dany and Cersei meeting or seeing each other on the battlefield or something. Bran at Winterfell. That would have been cool. Then we would have, you know, Jon in front of the Lyanna statue in the crypts. I don't know. I mean, the one that makes the most sense is, I don't know, ending it with an image of the Night's King, since we're making it so, you know, everything's like, oh, he's so important. He is the only focal point on the poster, and you do not see him at all in the trailer. So I don't know. I don't know Game of Thrones. I'm just saying I appreciate the trailer, but I wish it left me wanting more. I mean, that's so wrong of me to say, because Game of Thrones always makes me wish for more, but like I just felt like there wasn't, for lack of a better term, like a call to action. Like I wasn't like, oh, okay, see ya soon, Game of Thrones season 7, where I was like, how can I wait? How can I wait this long? But I mean, there's always the second trailer. So here's hoping that they give us one of, give us one of my wish lists, because I'm sure someone at HBO watches this. Because, you know, that Kait Calabrò, she knows what she's talking about. Well, that about wraps it up for this episode of The Words from Westeros. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe to AllGeekToMeTV on YouTube so you never miss another episode of this show again, and also check out our other cool geeky content that we post up on the page. You can head over to Twitter to follow me at Kait Calabrò for up-to-the-minute Game of Thrones information, and just see what else I do throughout the week besides talk about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones returns July 16th at 9 p.m. on HBO. And until next time, remember, you either win or you die.